Hi everyone! Today I'm doing a ranking of my 10 favorite albums so far this year. I haven't paid too much attention to the ranking. I know that these are 10 albums that I have enjoyed a lot. And most of them I've talked about before on the channel, but I don't have all the 10 albums on vinyl, so there will be some mentions of other albums in this video as well. So I'm pretty sure that this list will change a lot before the end of the year, seeing now that there's a lot of promising up-and-coming albums this fall, especially for the type of music I'm interested in. So a lot of my favorite bands, like Dinosaur Jr., Echo and the Bunnymen, Protomartyr now, The Tubbs, This Is Lorelei, Interpol. There are so many interesting albums coming out in September mostly. So this list will change, and at the end of the year I will also expand on this list. So I don't think doing a half-year list will spoil things too much. Let's begin with number 10, which is Villagerrr Carousel. This is a new discovery for me. Something I haven't really researched a lot, but I do know I've been enjoying this album a lot and will check out more of their stuff and projects. So how to describe this? Definitely indie rock, but slow core with a touch of all country maybe. It's fuzzy, a bit lo-fi. I think I want to compare it to MJ Lenderman, only a lot slower, more sedated. The vocalist also remind me a bit of Phil Elverum, of Monterey and the microphones. So a very pleasant and enjoyable album that I wanted to include on this list. And my favorite songs would be the two singles, especially Lock It and also Swimming, which is very cool. So check those two songs out. Next on my list is an album that, I listened to a lot early this year. Dry Cleaning with their third album, I think it is, Secret Love. It got me back interested in this band. So to me, I felt like the songs were better, the production were better, and I enjoyed this a bit more than their previous effort, which I liked, but I just thought that this was vinyl-worthy and a stronger album. So if you don't know Dry Cleaning by now, UK based, post-punk inspired, spoken word on the verge of singing, more on this album, female fronted, and just a good time. So my favorite songs on this I think will be actually the two closer tracks, I Need You and Joy, but I found this album to be just engaging throughout, so a very strong one from them, I think. So number 9 on this list. Number 8 is another album I don't own on vinyl, and I think it will be challenging to get this on vinyl. So Office Dog has their sophomore album out, called Prime Corner. I think they released this just a few weeks ago. Had no issues with getting the debut album locally, but this seems to be a limited release so far, unfortunately, and it will be very expensive for the order in these parts, because this is a Flying Nun, New Zealand band, indie rock trio, and it's very, very cool sounding. I love the guitars, the guitar work, they have great melodies, and the vocals are very nice. I really like them. He has this, softness, but at the same time he has the right amount of edge to his vocals when necessary. So very catchy and melodic, and to me this album felt at times more developed and dynamic than some songs on the debut album, which sounded very cool, but sometimes the songs just came and went. But it seems that they put some more thought behind some of the songs. My favorite ones on this album would be the title track, Prime Corner, and also the opening track, Front Row Seat, which clearly feels like something Sonic Youth, so an incredible track. So check these guys out. They deserve the recognition. Go to their Bandcamp, buy their album, and hopefully let's see if we will get a broader release here in the West. Yeah, but it's a small indie rock band, so maybe not. Let's see. Next on my list is an album that took me by surprise. Meek, the guy you know from Big Thief, has another studio album out. I think it is his fourth, called The Mirror. And I haven't paid too much attention to Buck's solo career, actually. I've liked some songs. But this album, you know, it really hit home. So Meek, he is making some, let's say, idiosyncratic indie folk music that feels very intimate and personal. And I found it to be a very uplifting and fresh album this year. It can be experimental with the production. And yeah, overall just a very, very nice album. So I wanted to include this. Meek, number 7. Next up is an album I talked about very recently. People are raving about Kevin Morby and his 8th studio album, Little Wild Open. Yeah, wonderful album, great set of songs. This is produced by Aaron Dessner, and when he is involved, things usually work out. Just a warm, nice sounding album with great songs, as mentioned. My favorites would be Javelin and 100,000, and those songs, they have quite this nice groove to them, and 100,000 really pays off at the end. I think that's one of the highlights on this album. So yeah, perhaps my second favorite Kevin Morby album. And this album might even climb on this list, because the more I listen, you know, the more I like this. So it's it's a very nice album this year. Let's see. Number 5, another one I don't have on vinyl. This was an early hit for me this year. Joe Passed, the artist is called, and the album is called Away. So Joe Passed Away. Some wordplay going on. Another New Zealand indie rocker. A lot of angular guitars. Yeah, I really dig the guitar work on this from start to finish. And the more you listen, the more this album pays off, I think. The songs creep up on you after a while. I wouldn't say they are very challenging, but definitely it's less straightforward as Office Dog, let's say. Very creative production, and just a very captivating sound. The vocals are very nice, soft, airy, has a nice feel to them. So, and I would say that this album is, yeah, it's a rare case where the sophomore album, which this is better than the debut. So the debut, to me, you know, it had that wonderful fuzz guitar rock song, MDM, which was crazy, incredible song. So check that one out. But this album is a lot more consistent, it feels to me. So the highlights on this album to me would be the songs Dizzy Izzy and perhaps 339. But great all the way through. So yeah. So this was a big album for me early this year, and one I really hope to get on vinyl soon. Number 4. This gets a lot of mention still, I believe, for good reasons. It's the Ratboys and their album Singing to an Empty Chair. New discovery for me this year. I was really impressed by the singles. I think there were 4 singles or something, and I got this, put it on. I love the entire thing. It's very light on its feet, indie rock album, female fronted. Yeah, nice set of songs, really strong melodies, and a good time. So this album really impressed me this year. Check out the songs, maybe Know You Then, that feels a bit like Weezer actually, and also This World So Madly. So I felt the songwriting is just very strong and varied, and a very strong, nice album this year that I think you will see on a lot of people's end of the year lists. So the Ratboys, number 4. And my third position so far, this will change perhaps, because the more I listen to this one, the more I, love this album. So it's Cutworms and his new album Transmitter, which I think is his 4th studio album. Definitely my 2nd favorite. And yeah, produced by Jeff Tweedy of Wilco. Talked about it recently on the channel, but again, this is retro pop at its best. Retro pop, very strong melodies, acoustically driven for the most part. The songs that just great songwriting throughout. A song that can remind me of Elliott Smith too. And it's references, even if it's very, retro and nostalgic, it's not, so in your face as, let's say, Lemon Twigs. Yeah, anyway. This album might even climb on this list, as mentioned. I'm really loving it. Next is an album I know I have a soft spot for. Big one for me this year. I talked about it a lot. It's Mitski and her album Nothing's About to Happen to Me. And I can admit that not all the songs are home runs, but it's still a very strong album. I liked it a lot because it was this nice blend of old and new Mitski. There are some rocking tunes, some fun tunes, and a lot of these warm, beautiful ballads that she does so well. I can mention the songs again. I'll Change for You and Instead of Here. A very important and big album for me this year. So for now, number 2 on my list. There are some discussion in my head if I want to have the Cutworms surpassing this, but yeah, for now, number 2. The number 1 spot, I have no doubts in my mind. It's the Twilight Sad, The Long Goodbye. Yeah, an album that really got me into this band. I think this album has it all. Great songs, great production. It's very sincere, captivating. The material content, it just feels like very personal and direct and beautiful sounding. Just captivating from start to finish. And I have really been craving their sound this year. I've been going back to their back catalog. Got to see them live as well, which was terrific. So let's see if there will be any albums that can beat this one this year. So I guess that's it, guys. Please leave your comments and tell me about your favorite albums so far this year and what you guys are looking forward to. I will see you guys in the next one. Take care.